Good morning, my name is Oscar Diaz. Today we are going to learn how to use WH questions plus simple present, as well as the placement of adjectives. I'm going to share right now my screen so you can see how I write examples using these two grammars. Okay, as you can see on your screen, we have a formula here. WH questions or WH words plus do or does auxiliary verbs plus subject plus verb. We have a list of WH words here. We have who, where, what, which, when, how, and why. Of course, there are more WH words in English, but we are going to use these ones for the examples that we need. Okay, the only thing that you need to do for these kind of questions is to follow this formula that you have here in black color. For example, who do you speak with? As you can see here, we have who in the beginning. All the WH words have to be in the beginning of the sentence for this kind of questions. You have who plus do, in this case do, as you can see here, plus the subject, in this case you, plus the verb. Who do you speak with? Now let's have an example with where for location. It's used for location. Where does she live? As you can see here, we are still following the formula. We have the WH word, where, plus does, as you can see here in the formula, then the subject, in this case, she, and the verb. Where does she live? Now let's go on another example, but now with the WH word how. How, WH word, plus do, the subject, and the verb. Still the same formula that we have here in the top. How do they feel? Why? Why do we study English? Interesting question. Why is the WH word? We have do as an auxiliary verb, the subject, the verb, and the complement of the sentence. Why do we study English? So basically, following this formula, you can create questions with WH words plus the simple present. Okay? Now let's go on YouTube and let's watch a video which will show us more examples about this.
Hey guys, this is Alex. Thanks for clicking and welcome to this beginner lesson on simple present WH questions. In this lesson, I will teach you the formula for making questions in the simple present tense. Okay, now these are not the verb questions. Okay, these are questions with verbs like want, need, have, live, eat, any verb except the be verb, okay? Now, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different questions with the 6 different question words, common question words in English here. Okay, so we have who for person, what for more information, where for location, when for time, why for reason, how for an explanation. So here we have who do you look like? Okay, you notice the structure here. What is similar about all of these? Not just the first one, but what is similar about all of these questions? They all have the same structure. Okay, you have your question word, who, what, where, when, why, how. You have the do verb, do or does. You have the subject, you, she, he, you, they, I. And you have the base verb, look, want, come from, wake up, have, drive. The structure is exactly the same. Okay, so here, who do you look like is not who are you look like. Okay, because if the answer is, for example, I look like, oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. I look like my mother. You don't say I am look. Okay, you never follow the be verb with another verb unless it's passive, but that's more advanced. Okay, so if the answer is I look like my mother, the question is not who are you look like. There is no be verb here, so there is no be verb in the question. You need the auxiliary do. And what you need is this structure. Okay, so WH question plus do or does plus subject plus base verb. Okay, what does she want? Okay, let's ask this question and give an answer. She wants, now imagine that you are at McDonald's, okay, or any fast food restaurant and you want dessert. What is a popular dessert at McDonald's? Maybe it depends on which country you're in, but here, usually like an ice cream cone or a McFlurry or something. I don't know if we can advertise freely, but there's some free advertisement for McDonald's. So she wants, okay, she wants a McFlurry, for example. And now again, the verb is wants, not she is wants. We do not say she is want. So we do not say what is she want. We also do not say what does want she. Now I know in some languages you put the verb before the subject when you make the question. Okay, in English you put the verb after the subject at the end of the question. Okay, this one, where does he come from? Imagine you have a friend and someone asks you about your friend and they say, where does he come from? And you say, well, he comes from for example, Mexico. And I just noticed we have Mother McFlurry, Mexico. Lots of M's. Okay, when do you wake up? I wake up at 6:30 a.m. Again, you notice the structure, right? When you're giving simple present sentences, I look like, she wants, he comes from, I wake up. There's no be verb, so in the question, you need the do auxiliary after the question word. Why do they have 3 cars? Maybe they have a lot of money. Okay, how do I drive to Brasilia? Take the highway, okay. you take the highway. Okay, excellent. Okay, guys, so please be careful with the do verb and the be verb when making simple present questions. Again, if there is no be verb in the response, there is no be verb in the question. Okay, remember, this is really important, do and does. Okay, guys, to test your understanding of simple present WH questions, please check out the quiz on angvid.com. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Okay, let's continue. As you saw on the video, he followed the same structure, the same formula. WH words plus do or does plus subject plus the verb. Another example. When it's a WH word, now I'm going to use do, the auxiliary verb for questions, you, the subject, and a verb. When do you wake up in the morning? As you can see on my example, I follow the structure here, the formula, WH question, WH word, plus do, plus subject, plus verb. Here, the same thing, where does she live? I follow the formula here. WH word, plus does, plus subject, plus verb. Remember, for simple present questions, do is used for you, we, they, and I. For simple present questions. As you can see here, do you, do they? An example with I. What do I want? As you can see here, I didn't write does. What does I want is incorrect because does is for he, she, and it in questions. Do is correct. For questions in simple present, does is used for the following subjects: she, he, and it. Okay, we finished this explanation about WH questions plus simple present. That's the first grammar focus on Unit 8, Interchange Intro. Thank you for being with me in this class section. Have a good rest of the day, and if you have any other question, you can visit me on Facebook or YouTube or tag me on my Gmail account. Thank you so much, and have a good rest of the day.